Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Reva University and Kitply, co-powered by IIHM.
Welcome back, and now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. Now, how much violence is enough violence for the Trinamool Congress? The Trinamool Congress rules Bengal. The home portfolio is with Mamata Banerjee. And according to all of our Mamata Banerjee's different deputies, there isn't enough violence in Bengal. In fact, they say if a few people die, it isn't major violence. Recently, there have been not one, not two, but 6 very recent incidents of violence. But Trinamool MP Saugata Roy says, and I quote, one person has died recently, but that does not mean that there was any big violence. To which my question is, what is big violence? How many people need to die for this Trinamool Congress leader or the Trinamool Congress to acknowledge that the situation in Bengal is bad? Ladies and gentlemen, a Congress worker was shot dead in Murshidabad district. How many must die for it to be big violence by the definition of the Trinamool Congress? You can do nothing about a party or a ruling government if it has decided to be in denial. And that is the situation of the Trinamool Congress today. It has decided to be in absolute denial. Anybody who asks the Trinamool Congress questions is a terrible and absolute unforgivable enemy. That's how they look at it. There have been clashes in East Bardhaman too. The Rapid Action Force had to be called in. The Trinamool and left workers were coming to blows in East Bardhaman. And all of this happened during nomination filing. In one case, one person was stopped from filing their nominations when Locket Chatterjee of the BJP was accompanying them. But as far as the Trinamool Congress is concerned, this is not big violence. A BJP MLA was beaten up in Sonamukhi. But according to the Trinamool Congress, there isn't enough big violence. There is not enough major violence. The State Election Commission is saying impose Section 144 around nomination centers. There is chaos in Bengal. People are reporting it. Republic Bangla is reporting it. But the Trinamool Congress says, so what and so what if a person has died as well? This is not big violence. Ladies and gentlemen, the Calcutta High Court has suggested postponement of elections and central forces deployment. All that Mamata Banerjee will do and the Trinamool Congress will do is pull out the victim card, but we can see more than that. Ladies and gentlemen, till a few months back, Mamata Banerjee was pitching to be Prime Minister of India. I don't know where that ambition rests today. I don't know if the Trinamool knows either. But the question is, if this is what you do in Bengal, if this is the way you run the state, if this is the law and order situation in Bengal and anyone who questions you is morally and ethically wrong, then what really is your vision for the country, if any? Let's debate.
The nominations for the Bengal Panchayat elections have begun. And with it, the violence.
It's the third day of nomination filing in Bengal, and Bengal right now is seeing unprecedented violence across every district in Bengal. TMC ruling party members, they're entering, they're stopping, they're forcing opposition party, opposition candidates to not file their nomination. The State Election Commission and its role is under the scanner of opposition leaders, and they're approaching the governor, they're approaching High Court.
On Sunday, there were clashes near the temple of the Mathua community in Thakurnagar.
बंगाल का हालत जंगल राज से भी खराब है. यहाँ सेंट्रल फोर्स का जरूरत है और डेमोक्रेसी रिस्टोर करने के लिए गांव का पंचायत, गांव का सरकार होता है.
The BJP claims all is not well. The opposition says Bengal is burning.
उस बंगाल में जहां ममता दीदी की सरकार हो, वो बंगाल चल रहा है. साथ ही चल रही है बंगाल की अस्मिता, बंगाल की पहचान, बंगाल की शान, बंगाल का नाम. और जलाने का काम कर रहा है ममता दीदी और उनके वहां के लोग।
But to the Trinamool Congress, all of this is no big deal.
This violence is being overplayed by the media. So far, one person only has died, and few cases of clashes have taken place. It's not large-scale violence as is being made out. That's not right.
Who is responsible for this violence? Let's debate.
Shantanu Sen, a member of Parliament of the Rajya Sabha of the Trinamool Congress. Dr. Sen, can you please explain to Shishir Bajoria of the BJP, Jaideep Majumdar, who's Associate Editor of Swarajya, and Manojit Mandal and myself, what do you mean when you say only one person has died? Only one person has died. This is not big violence. Some clashes, one person has died. Media is making a big deal of it. I want to know what is the number of people who need to die for the Trinamool Congress and its spokespersons to acknowledge that the situation is serious.
Arnab, first of all, I must say, like, if you see the entire movie wearing the spectacle of one particular political party, then it seems to be as you are saying. But if you remove the spectacle and if you wear your own spectacle and see the entire picture neutrally, then you can assess.
So my question is very neutrally to you. You said, and please, I would tell you one thing, Dr. Sen. I did not make a reference to your eyesight. I did not ask you whose contact lenses you are wearing. So you don't make a personal comment on me. My question to you is this. My question to you is this. You don't like my question, you can say I don't like your question. But don't make a personal comment.
I am not a deaf person. See, I am not a deaf person. I can hear your question.
Then answer my question, please.
I am answering your question. Of course, I am wearing the spectacle of Trinamool Congress. But being a moderator of a debate, you should wear a neutral spectacle.
No, I am very neutral on this. Your spokesperson has said one person has died. It's not big violence. Please explain the comment.
I am explaining the comment. Let me have the opportunity. Don't interfere in between.
I am asking you a third time. Please speak. Answer the question.
So don't you think I am speaking, but you are interrupting?
No, so far you were not coming to the point, but please answer it now.
I am coming to the point. Had you been in the state of Bengal, you could have seen the Panchayat election of 2003. You could have seen the Panchayat election of 2008. If you compare the Panchayat election that is taking place in 2023 with the Panchayat election of 2003 or Panchayat election 2008, then you must not have made this comment that there is extreme violence that is taking place in our state of West Bengal. Number one. Number two, the oppositions who know it very well, that they are not in a position to file up nomination in each and every candidate for each and every candidature. They are creating a scene. They are running away from the mainstream politics. They are creating a scene and they are to hide their individual lacunas or political lacunae. Our party has categorically said that we are ready for free and fair Panchayat election, and if the opposition political parties, if they find their own candidates who are facing some problem in filing up nomination, we are ready to extend our all political supports so that they can file up their nomination. You just cannot cite one single example of any other BJP ruled state. You must recall in Tripura, 86 to 90% Panchayat seats were won uncontested by the ruling party. Have you ever seen any political leader of the ruling party of those BJP ruled states who is coming out and saying, yes, we are here for the free and fair Panchayat election?
I'll tell you what happens now. Now I'll tell you the way I look at it. The way I look at it, though Shishir will respond to you, I'll make a small observation. You know, don't tell me about if you had been in Bengal. I travel to Bengal often. We run the most popular news channel in Bengal. We have the maximum number of journalists in Bengal. We are reporting from across Bengal. Okay. And I have seen Mamata Banerjee complaining about violence under the left earlier. She used to be the number one person complaining about that. Now, Now, you came to power in 2011. Do you know 11 people died after the 2021 result? Do you think I've forgotten that? Do you know that 13 people
No,
died
that
during
was
the...
before
Allow me to
Ukraine.
complete now. Allow me to complete now, sir. Please, I heard you. 13 people died during the Panchayat elections of May 2018. 16 people died during the 2014 general elections. You were in power in the state. There was violence in the Panchayat elections in 2013 too. 2 Congress workers and 1 CPM worker were killed during the Panchayat polls in 2013. So, you know, please don't think I'm not aware of the facts, but Shishir will respond. Shishir, what he's saying is you're complaining too much and making too much of a big deal of it.
Arnab, very clearly, they work on the motto which says, I must win this, even if it costs me your life. That is why you have a Trinamool Neta, at least he was honest enough to admit that we killed him. He didn't dispute that. But 1 is nothing. See, today we are on day 3 of nomination. Day 1, 1 dead. Day 2, a revolver caught. And by the way, you know what the cop says when the Trinamool Neta is caught, who's saying, don't catch me, I'm a Trinamool leader. He's saying, run. Why don't you run? He was still caught. The police did not ask for his remand. He's not in police custody, he's in judicial custody. So much for the policing. Day 3, a candidate kidnapped today. Candidate kidnapped. And by the way, what my friend, the Member of Parliament says, that we will give political support. You know what the Chief Secretary of the State did? He launches a program in violation of the MCC, a program which says, directly speak to the Chief Minister, Sorashori Mukhyamantri. And you know what number the government gives? The number which lands in Trinamool office for Didi Ke Bolo program, 91370, 91370. Can there be something more ridiculous, Dada? And you talk about giving political support. We do not need your political support. By the way, we will fight you and we will fight you and we will file the nomination. Dada, you know you are on the losing track. That is why all this problem. And you have brought in an election commissioner on the 7th afternoon. 8th morning he joins. By 8th evening, he declares the election. 9th, the notification.
Appointment. What are you complaining about? You have cleared his appointment.
No.
The governor has cleared his appointment.
The governor
is a central appointee.
The governor does on the 8th.
Governor is a central appointee. Okay, if you have such a problem, if you have such a problem, then deploy central forces.
But that's what we have asked us.
Ask means what? Why don't you? You're saying that the Home Minister is not listening to you.
No, we cannot deploy central forces. Law and order is a state subject. Without the High Court permission, we can't do it. So, very clearly, I don't think the governor knew that this man will become an overnight pundit, and 9th morning, he declares the notification and starts the nomination filing.
Is this a fixed match? Is a fixed match between the BJP and the Trinamool? You let the person get appointed. He announces the elections. You okay his appointment. You okay his appointment. You say it will be held under state government, state police. You say it will be held under state police. And now you're protesting as well. So it seems to me a fixed match.
Our petition is very clear. We have asked for central force. According to us, the election cannot be held under state police.
If you have asked for central forces, what has the centre said?
No, we have to go through the High Court. We cannot.
Now you will go through the. No, it's not adding up to me. If you're really sincere about it, how come your central party leadership is not making a big deal? Except Anurag Thakur, I don't see your central party leadership make a big deal of this issue.
Break the division of power, and they cannot
division of power.
The High Court order. The law and order is a state subject, Arnab. How can the centre send forces?
Wow, I mean, you're very considerate today. Is it that the Bengal BJP unit has been left to fend for itself, sir?
No, sir.
That's what I'm getting at.
No. Well, let me tell you very clearly, Trinamool knows where they stand, and that is why they are doing this. As far as central forces is concerned,
Monojit,
the centre cannot deploy central forces without this High Court's concurrence.
Why are you smiling, Monojit? What's funny?
A person who instigates people openly to shoot Golimar or Shaloko is lecturing about violence. Shame on BJP. A party which harbors a terrorist in the parliament who calls Mahatma Gandhi's killer a martyr, talks about violence. Shame on BJP. A party whose 33% of the MPs have heinous criminal records talk about violence. Look at what you are doing in Maharashtra. Till few days back in Bangalore, Karnataka,
You are rattled,
and you are
Manojit.
talking about violence.
You are rattled because Abhishek Banerjee was waved off with black flags during his visit to Thakur Nagar in North 24 Pargana. He faced black flags, so you are rattled.
Abhishek was stopped by another goon in the name of a minister, Shantanu Thakur, with the aid of CISF and CRP.
You are rattled because you lost Shagordigi sometime back.
The same central forces killed 4 persons on 10th of April 2021 when elections were being held under the Central Election Commission. What are you talking about? We divided on a TV channel.
But what is all this? What am I seeing here? 1 minute. What are these pictures? What are these pictures on the screen? What are these pictures of the screen? Am I making them up?
These pictures are stage managed.
Are they stage managed pictures?
Yes. BJP is creating violence. Look
Are
at
these
the
pictures? Put them full frame on the screen, please, tonight.
The people who are vandalizing.
Jaideep Majumdar. He says all the pictures are staged. Nothing is happening in Bengal.
In the name of the CPIM, and you are lecturing about a killing which is so unfortunate, has got nothing to do with political
You guys left and... 1 minute. You are saying, okay, Jaideep, he says everything is staged.
Nothing to do with poll violence.
He's saying everything is staged.
Till date, Arnab, the opposition parties have filed maximum number of nominations in Bengal. Till date, they have filed the maximum number of nominations without any hindrance.
Is it your favor?
They are creating dramas.
Are you doing a favor? What do you mean file nominations? With your permission?
I am stating the facts. Stating the facts is doing a favor, Mr. Goswami.
So how many people filed nominations last time? If that is the case...
facts to counter your false narrative. I am stating the facts to counter your and BJP's false narrative.
Jaideep is on the debate.
There is violence. The violence is being created, instigated by BJP.
Violence is not created. These people are holding Trinamool flags.
Shantika Banerjee was attacked in Bakura. Abhishek Banerjee was attacked in Motua temple. He was not allowed to enter the temple. Look at the level of instigation and look at the sagacity of the part of Abhishek Banerjee. He did not even lose his
Shantanu is countering.
What are you talking about?
Jaideep Majumdar, Jaideep.
Yeah, see, this is nothing new for the Trinamool at all. In 2000, they talk about 2003, 2008. What the Trinamool is saying today, that there's not much of violence, this is all stage managed, etc., is exactly what the CPM used to say in the past. So this is nothing new. As far as the Trinamool is concerned, the ends justify the means. They have to win at all costs by all means. And it is not just in Bengal, Arnab. Let me tell you one thing. Let me remind you that the Trinamool exports violence to any state that it contests in. Take the example of Meghalaya. I grew up in Shillong. I know Meghalaya. We have never had any violence in elections. This time there was violence in the Garo Hills because of the Trinamool. Look at the level of discourse in Assam, where the Trinamool, how the Trinamool, so-called leaders of the Trinamool, what the language they speak in, the horrible, ugly language that they speak in Assam, in Goa, in other places. It's the DNA, violence and ugly language is in the DNA of the.
I want to rebut.
No, one check. If that is the case, if that is the case, then who attacked Sayantika Banerjee's convoy today in Bakura?
It's BJP.
No. I'm asking Shishir that question. If I'm asking Shishir that question, who attacked the West Bengal minister Hansta's vehicle in Jharkhand?
Who attacked Abhishek Banerjee yesterday? Who? Shantanu Thakur. It's there.
Abhishek
Banerjee attacked.
Shishir, where was Abhishek Banerjee attacked?
He tried to enter Mandir where the Sanghatipati did not want him. By the way, this Mandir, there is a head of the Mandir. You do not believe in that? There is a head of the Mandir.
Did you not shut the door of a Mandir? Did you need to shut the door of a temple?
Do you not believe in that?
Stop Abhishek.
Arey Babu, Manojit Babu, your problem is you need to stop. Manojit Babu, you are the champion in blabbering. That is why you go all around. Come to the point. Who is Shantanu Thakur? Is he not the Shangadipati? Who decides? Abhishek Banerjee? Who decides about the Mandir?
Shantanu, Shishir and Shantanu. Shishir and Shantanu. Shantanu Sen and Shishir Bajoria, 1 versus 1. Shantanu Sen.
Mathura community like this.
If the community does not want your leader to be there, he can't force his way, no, Shantanu?
Who says this?
If the community and the community's leaders don't want the presence of your leader, you can't force your way.
Being a central minister, he has used the central forces and he has insulted the entire Mathura community. Each and every development of Mathura community has been done by only and only Mamata
That's
Banerjee.
okay. But tell me one thing. I'm curious to ask one question. And this question is to you, Shantanu. Shantanu, tell me one point. Shantanu Sen, Dr. Shantanu Sen, 1 minute. Now, is it true, and on this you must be very factual with me, that out of 179 OBC communities, 118 statuses of an OBC community have been given to a minority religion, namely Muslims. Population, at least technically, of Muslims in Bengal is below 30%. Then how is 66%, 2/3 of all OBC community statuses given to the Muslim community? Less than 30% of the population, but more than 2/3, more than 66% of OBC community status. Why, Dr. Shantanu Sen, is there no principle of parity? Is this not appeasement?
Arnab, it doesn't suit you. You are here as an anchor. Don't play
Don't
divisive
remind me
politics
about
based
your
on religion.
anchor. Why don't you answer the question?
Don't
What
play
suits me?
divisive
What
politics
doesn't
based on
suit me? What
religion,
should
being
not
an
suit
anchor,
me?
being a moderator
I
of
am
the
asking
debate.
you. I am
It
asking
doesn't
you.
suit you.
No.
Mamata Banerjee does for each and every religion, each and every caste, each
That
and
is
every
all right.
creed.
Answer my
being
question.
a moderator, don't try
Answer
to
my
play
question.
divisive politics based on religion.
Answer my question. Jaideep is also on the debate. Answer the question.
I am not here to satisfy you.
Shantanu Babu,
but answer the question, Shantanu.
But I am not here to satisfy you.
Answer the
You
question.
cannot play divisive politics.
Answer the question. Answer the
He is
question.
also playing divisive politics.
Answer the
I have
question.
answered your question, but I am not here to satisfy you.
No,
I
you
am
don't have
here
to satisfy
answer
me,
you.
but tell me, yes, we have given.
my
You can
answer
say
to
yes
your
or
question
no.
is-
Dr.
my
Sen,
answer to
Dr.
your
Sen,
question is-
Dr. Sen, the
you
question
cannot
I'll repeat for
overpower
you.
me like this.
I'll repeat the
You
question
cannot
for you.
overpower me like this.
No, I am
You can be so
overpowering,
biased like
maybe
this
with
and
reason,
you
but
cannot
no.
overpower me like this.
My question is
My
this.
answer to your question, number one, Mamata Banerjee does development for each and every section of the society. And my answer to your question, number two, is don't play divisive politics based on religion.
1 second, it's a
Being
very straight
moderator of
question.
a debate
Jaideep
in a
has
TV
published the
channel
same
like
story.
Republic Bangla.
Jaideep has said here today that, and please don't threaten me, Jaideep has also published a story in his magazine. It's been published everywhere, where the National Commission for Backward Classes has claimed that the Trinamool Congress has given more than 2/3 of all statuses out of OBCs to the Muslim community, and they have said that this is appeasement politics. I'm asking for your response. Is this true? Has the West Bengal government done that? You can say yes or no.
Again, my answer remains same. Don't play divisive politics based on religion, being an anchor of a debate.
No, but is it
number
yes
one.
or
Mr.
no?
Sen, say no.
Our
Mr. Sen,
government
say
does-
no. If you have the guts, say
Our
no.
government
It is
does
the
not
Trinamool
dispute
which
You
plays
can't
the
dispute
divisive
because it's the truth.
society. There is no division
Because
between
it's the
Hindu and
truth.
Muslim. It is the card that is being played by BJP, and unfortunately the same card is being played
No,
by
I'm
you.
asking
in
you
your TV
whether it
channel.
is
Very
true or
unfortunate.
false. I'm not
It is
adding a
plain
value
and
judgment
simple
to it.
appeasement.
The card of divisive politics.
But is it
that
true
played by
or false?
BJP every now and then.
What is being
And the
said,
same card
is it
being
true
played
or
by you
false?
is very unfortunate.
Is it true or false?
It's 100% true. It's there in black and white. These figures are provided by the state administration to the National Commission for Backward Classes. There is no debate. There cannot be any debate on that. It's completely true. And look, one more thing. Look at the diabolic game plan out here. Category A of the OBC list gives more reservation, more benefits, whichever communities are there. Now in category A, which has 81 listed groups, 73 are Muslims and only 8 are Hindu groups. That means they want this particular community to get a major share
I'll let
of the
Dr. Sen
entire
answer that. Dr. Sen, Dr. Sen, I 1 minute. Monojit, I'm coming to Dr. Sen. Dr. Sen, the point being made by Jaideep Majumdar, a senior journalist from Swarajya, is that it is true, he says, that more than 2/3 of the statuses of OBC have been given to a minority religion. Now, is this true or false? And your response to the charge that this is appeasement politics ahead of the elections?
Once again, I repeat, we do not believe in any appeasement politics. We do development for each and every section of the society, and according to the population proportion, we do this type of activities. Mamata Banerjee never plays such type of divisive politics card as you do and as BJP does. This is once again my reply remains same, that Trinamool Congress government in our state of West Bengal does development for each and every section of the society, irrespective of any caste, creed, religion. The playing card of divisive politics based on religion is the policy of BJP, not of Trinamool Congress.
I will, however, call
Permit
on
me to
all.
ask a question, Arnab.
I will. No, I'm running short of time. I will take that as the answer. I will call upon everyone, all political parties, for this Panchayat election, to change what has become, unfortunately, the pattern and have a peaceful run-up to the election. By the way, viewers, I want to say that the matter is still, I'm told, in the Calcutta High Court. And on the exact dates of the election, we should be hearing more tomorrow. So we'll be getting you more details then. Dr.